Standing at the Oak Stud, Cambridge, New Zealand, Darci Brahma, a 5-time Group 1 winning son of the immortal Dane Hill. Darci Brahma was a star racehorse, a pedigree blue blood from Zabiel's Group 1 filly, Grand Eshezo. Darci Brahma, an exceptional stallion prospect. An imposing colt, Darci Brahma was always a star act. In 2004, he topped the Karaka Sales Series, the winning bid to David Ellis of $1.1 million. The colt was syndicated amongst a prominent group of New Zealand breeders. The aim, to develop the young Dane Hill into a high-profile stallion prospect. The bloodlines were superb, an outstanding type. The racetrack ability, sensational. Darci Brahma's race debut attracted nationwide attention.
A chance to buy a colt or a filly by the legendary sire Dane Hill, who died recently, has drawn a record number of overseas buyers. But perhaps the biggest thrill of the day was provided by last year's sale topper.
David Ellis, and no doubt he'll be huddled around one of the TVs out at Karaka watching this.
And they were. New Zealand's national yearling sales took second place to race 2 at Avondale today, as last year's top-priced yearling, Darci Brahma, made his racing debut. The TAB tent overflowing, potential buyers watching what $1.1 million can do a year later.
But Darci Brahma, a winning debut.
3 Dane Hills sold today at an average of $433,000. Your buyers will know in a year's time that they've bought a champion. Sean Summerfield, 3 News.
Like the very best Dane Hill sire sons, Darci Brahma showed absolute brilliance at 2.
1 length over, Be Happy for Us, who runs second. 2 lengths away, Master Regent. Here's the $1 million baby. Darci Brahma is starting to put in right around the outside, out deep as they swing and go. Delanark the inside, and Darci Brahma joined them in a twinkling down by the 300 metre mark. Darci Brahma has swept away. 250 metres to go. Got 2 and 3 on Master Regent, and then Delanark, followed by Danish Council, and down the outside then at the head of the rest is Abbey Drive, but it's all Darci Brahma is going to absolutely annihilate them. Skyward from the clouds, Darci Brahma. The $1 million baby has bolted in, swept to the front on the point of the home turn, down by the 300 metre mark, grabbed Delanark and company in a twinkling of an eye. And in the space of 50 metres at the 250 metre mark, this horse had the race well and truly in his keeping. He is an absolute find and a half, is Darci Brahma.
A very rare find. The colt's acceleration breathtaking. Adrian Clark, host of the Ford Report, caught up with Rick Williams from the Oak Stud to discuss Darci Brahma's outstanding career.
Let's talk about aspects of the racetrack career, starting with the 2-year-old campaign. It's all important now that he won a Group 1 race, and even better that it happened in Australia.
Well, it was important. I think he was the first horse to win a Group 1 2-year-old race in Australia, first New Zealand bred and owned horse for a number of years, I think about 10 years. And it was a big win, and he carried top weight at that time. He was a Group 1 performer, so it was a handicap race, and he won it coming from well back in the field, and he won it very convincingly. And that was sort of the time you'd say that Australians started to sit up and take notice of.
Here's Ready As, and Darci Brahma's coming down the outside. Ready As and Darci Brahma out wide have taken the lead. Look at Demons jumping up out of the ground. Darci Brahma's grabbed the lead. Darci Brahma beat Ready As and Demons. Darci Brahma, the Dane Hill, the $1.2 million colt, has won the TJ Smith. He was the top weight. He had a wide draw. He's come with a withering run.
He cost over $1 million. Why didn't we see him here earlier in the year for, races like the Blue Diamond and the Golden Slipper?
We're Kiwis. We like being patient, and it's always a good place to develop a horse for the winter, and it's worked out really well.
Our champion 2-year-old was back at 3, big time. Racetrack brilliance matched with a steely resolve.
Kenny Star Fighter, 1,000 metres to go. Delanark, something went wrong there, seemed to collide with the rail, and pin him down, went over and took the lead now, and Dr. Green got up to be second, and now Delanark is third. What went on there, I don't know. The race is on. Dr. Green goes. Dr. Green a length and a half. Darci Brahma's called upon. and starting to come home well, and then Captain Kurt out a little bit deeper. Dr. Green, Darci Brahma getting on terms. Dr. Green and Darci Brahma, the two colts are fighting it out. Dr. Green is finding Darci Brahma's lunging, lifting, foot the head in front and wins the Guineas. Darci Brahma got it to Dr. Green. What a classic race. Dr. Green, I thought for a moment was holding, but he's tough, Darci Brahma, isn't he? He wouldn't lay down. He just kept on gnawing away. Dr. Green fighting on the inside, but there, Darci Brahma gets the head just in front.
The half mile, I must admit, I don't know what went wrong. I'd have to watch it again.
Strange happenings there by the 900 metres.
Pick himself up after that, and you know, he found a lot today. It was a great effort.
He obviously doesn't mind a scrap. He had to be pretty brave out there today.
Yeah, very tough.
Next up at 3, the Group 2 Wellington Guineas. Once again, class prevailed.
Kenny Starfighter, last as the Wellington Thoroughbred Breeders Guineas go for home. Captain Kurt whipped up on the outside to claim Mega Belt. Here comes Darci Brahma out and after them, and Dr. Green is right down the outside of the racecourse. Darci Brahma found the good kick. He's got away. Darci Brahma about 2 lengths on Captain Kurt. Dr. Green has come to the end of it, and then Chidak. But it is Darci again today, and Darci Brahma is easy as you like in the Guineas. A very big winner. Captain Kurt second, Chidak third. Dr. Green was next.
Final reality being
the Group 1 2000 Guineas provided the highlight of Darci Brahma's sensational spring campaign.
Time Darci Brahma biding his time at the tail of the field, back with Crusoe and Bravo Star on their centre. They race round the turn for home now, and Poulter heads for home, 500 metres to go. It's Poulter leads the Guineas field for home. A couple clear, and Terry Mosley sends it away from Captain Kurt. Now Darci Brahma bulldozes his way into the clear, and look at him stride out, Darci Brahma, and he's gobbled them up in about 5 strides and went to the lead. Michael Walker says, now just show how good you are. He's the best 3-year-old in the country by far, and by 5 lengths in the Guineas. Captain Kurt and Crusoe, popular trifecta. No, just too good for them. He played with them, absolutely played with them. Darci Brahma is one of the great 3-year-olds we've seen win this Guineas, and there have been a lot of them. Horses like Viander Cross and Surfers Paradise and Kingdom Bay and Altitude.